Let's talk about curb appeal. In today's digital world, everybody shops for homes on the internet. And so the first thing they do is they look for homes and they flip through pictures on their smartphone. So all they're gonna see is a little picture of the front of the house for just a second. And they're gonna make a decision about whether they wanna see that house. Then when you get them here, they're gonna park in front, they're gonna get out of the car, and then the whole time they're walking up to the house, they're scanning everything. And they're evaluating whether this house has been cared for up to their standards. So I always like to focus on making this area as nice as possible. Neatly trimmed, pine straw. We repainted all the white trim so it would look neat. We pressure washed these entry pavers here to make sure they would look clear. We've had a lot of rain, so it's still not 100% perfect, but we always want this area. We trimmed back the plants so they weren't blocking the walkway. The person is walking up to the door. We make sure the light is updated. We usually have something so people can remember the house. This house had a darker door. We painted the door a bright, inviting color that went with the rest of the house. So people are gonna remember this house as the one with the yellow door and the big welcome sign. Another important thing I do on every house is a brand new welcome mat. An old, unsightly, dirty welcome mat doesn't really make you feel like this is the house you're gonna buy. So then when you walk into the house, you're already feeling excited about what is inside. This is a vacant home that we planned out the staging very strategically. I'm really excited about the way it turned out, and I want to share kind of the thought process and the planning of the staging. So right now we're walking into the main living area of the home, and I want to draw your attention to this table or credenza here with a lamp and a piece of art. People are like, well, why didn't you put something else there? Why didn't you put a seating group? We want, when someone walks in the door, we want something to catch their eye, and we want to set the tone for the emotion of, wow. We want them to feel some warmth, so just a nice neutral piece of art. A table, we want to give them the idea that they'll come in, they'll put their mail and their keys here. Maybe sometimes I put a chair and some tables, but I don't envision this space as having two gatherings. I more envision this corner as being like a useful corner, so somebody's gonna have a coat rack, maybe a bookshelf. So I want to get them thinking that way, and I want to catch the eye and draw them in. Now we go into the main living area here. Since it has a beautiful fireplace, that's always a focal point of the room. So we always arrange seating to where people are looking at each other, but also towards the fireplace, and where a lot of people are probably gonna put the TV up here. I don't normally like to stage in front of a window like this, but since this room is so large and there's a lot of natural light, it's okay, especially since we're going with lighter tones here. So I like to show that you could have a couch. People will imagine that if they have a bigger couch, the couch could go around this way, and then they would also have room for chairs. So we wanted to create a warm, inviting setting with a focal place of a fireplace. And we also wanted to make sure that we staged these shelves. So the interesting thing about shelves, you don't need to fill them up, but you give people the idea, and that's the psychology behind staging, is that you want to create an emotion in the buyer that they can feel their family living here. So staging a shelf like this really creates that emotion because they're imagining like their collection of family photos and photo albums. They're imagining putting vacation photos here. They're imagining maybe a piece of artwork that a child made. So we've created a really warm, inviting, friendly gathering area here. so excited to show you what we did with the 4th bedroom. Let's check it out. So this home has a huge 4th bedroom, and it's very unusual because many homes in this area don't. And many people in this area have at least 2 kids and maybe a parent coming to live with them. So we wanted to show that this room has many different functions because we don't know what the family that's going to purchase this home is going to do. So we figured if we hit a couple different things, it's going to resonate and people are really going to give this room a great value. This bedroom is not right next to one of the bathrooms. So we want to show it more as a guest bedroom if people come visit, or a home office now that everyone works from home. But we also want to show that if your guests come to visit, there's also enough space that they could take their meal in here, they could watch TV in here, they could have their morning coffee here. We want to show this space as being very versatile, so then whoever purchases this home will definitely know that there's a way they can use this. So this home has a very large dining room as well as a nice remodeled open kitchen, which is also a little more rare for this area. So we wanted to do a bigger table. We put the leaf in. We showed a lot of place settings because we also want to give the idea that this is a place for a larger gathering. So if you're going to have Thanksgiving here. We also wanted to really show how the kitchen flows into the dining room, but I didn't clutter it up with too much stuff because I want people to see just how big this bar area is. And I wanted to give the idea of entertaining here and having guests over, so that's why I put a little higher end bar set here. So the photography is one of the most important aspects, and the photographers I work with have been shooting houses for I don't even know how many years, 30 years? Yeah, so the company I use has been shooting photos ever since I've been in real estate, and pretty much that's their specialty. That's what they do. They do houses, they know the light, they know the angles, they know how to highlight how the floor plan flows, and they do all sorts of cool photography tricks, which I do. They do the drone photos so you can see how big the lot is. We often do 3D floor plans if it's an unusual floor plan, or we will do sunset shots. We do all sorts of different shots on these. So this is another versatile space. It used to be a porch. It is heated and cooled now. And so I wanted to show that this room could also be probably more casual than that other 4th bedroom, but additionally a space where different activities could happen. It could be a fun, casual TV watching area. It could be a game room, a playroom, a place where when people have outings in the big, huge yard, people come in. I could see birthday parties here. I could see an area where your cats and dogs might hang out. So I wanted to keep this room just kind of casual and fun and show it as just a fun leisure space. But again, a lot of different activities could happen in this room as well. Welcome to the bedrooms of this home. What we wanted to really show here is that the secondary bedrooms are large, they have good storage space, and that they could be for a variety of different ages of people. So we did a twin in here because it's probably a kid's room, and that's why I kind of played off with some fun color so people would get excited thinking it would maybe be a kid's room. But another thing to note is that the bushes in this house were going all the way up past the windows, and we had them trimmed down so that the view from every room is showing a large, beautiful green yard. Welcome to a big, comfortable bedroom. Doesn't this look luxurious, comfortable? Again, my goal was to show a variety of different bed sizes since this home has such good bedrooms and is most likely to be purchased by a family with kids of different ages. So what we did is we doubled up on the comforters here and the pillows. You want to walk into the room and you want to feel relaxed, luxurious, like you just want to dive into bed. But don't worry, on this bed, you don't want to dive too hard because it's my best hack. It's 2 plastic Lifetime tables side by side. They make a great bed, don't they? Master bathroom. The one thing I'm going to say about bathrooms is that we want to have just simple, clean, always white towels because they just look clean and fluffy, just like when you walk into a hotel. When the bathroom's been updated and it has nice tile work like this, we don't want to clutter it up with a lot of things. If it was a not remodeled bathroom and there was unsightly things in the tub, then sometimes we'll cover with a shower curtain or we'll put more decor. And then I just always will add like a pop of color to the vanity and soap, TP in each bathroom. I usually will have an attractive wastebasket, but I'll remove cleaning supplies, toilet brushes, and anything else that kind of reminds you of some of the less clean things in a bathroom. Welcome to the master bedroom. This is one of the very important rooms in a home, and you're probably wondering why we keep it so simple. We want it to appear relaxing, luxurious, calming, so we didn't repaint this room. It already has a calming color. And we always show a king bed if the room fits a king, because these days there's many houses where the master does not easily fit a king. So we wanted to show that this room easily fits a king and also other furniture. Again, we double layered the comforters and the pillows because we want to create that emotion in the mind of the buyer that they just want to lie down and make it their private sanctuary from the stress of the modern world. Relax. We don't nearly get enough of this in our daily lives. So when I market a home with a nice large yard, I like to emphasize the outdoor living space so buyers can think about what they might do there with their family and friends, the gatherings they might have. This particular home has a huge yard, but it was sectioned off with an old deck that was nearly rotten and was not really worth saving. It also was sectioned off by lots of fencing and different partitions. So what we did is the storm took down a little bit of the fencing. We took down the rest. We took down the deck and we left a nice, clean, open slate. And so what I tried to do was just create a vignette of relaxing. Lounge chairs, pillows, a summer drink. And I wanted people to envision themselves spending time here no matter what they decided to create. This planter was here, so we painted it the same color of the house. You can see it's a very large yard with very natural landscaping. So we tried not to overdo the landscaping, and what we wanted to do is a nice, clean palette so buyers could just see themselves, whether they build a new deck or maybe a paver patio, or whether they maybe put up like a little badminton or volleyball court back here. A lot of people might even think about adding a pool right here in this space. So what we did was we left it nice, clean, neutral, so they could envision themselves creating the oasis of their dreams.